Hi everybody, here's another video from Angie's Inspirations. Today I am going to continue my series on the effects of CP on my body. So, the goal of this series of videos is to help create an awareness about the fact that persons with CP are very different, and there's no two people with the diagnosis of cerebral palsy that you will find that will be the same, and therefore all of our capabilities and strengths and the things that we need a little bit of assistance with would be different depending on the person and the way that CP affects them. So, as I told you in my first video, 3 limbs are affected by my CP. And CP makes it difficult for the messages about what you want your muscles to do in order to perform tasks. It makes it difficult for these messages to get through in a clear path, and therefore the messages are jumbled. And when, even though you may know in your head what you want your body to do, your muscles are not going to do it, or may not do it perfectly the way that someone else would, or the way that you would want your body to. And so for this reason, when you have CP, you may need to experiment a little bit about different tasks that you want to be independent with, because oftentimes there are ways, if you are willing to experiment a little bit, there are ways that you can do daily tasks, like for example, getting dressed. The way that someone with CP would get dressed will depend on how their muscles function and what their range of motion in their legs and arms would be. There are many different aids on the market that can help with specific tasks, such as getting dressed, or reaching a stove knob, or getting in and out of the bathtub independently, or unlocking your front door independently and locking your door again independently as you come in behind in your house and you want to lock your door behind you. There are many different device aids that you can get to help you with this, these tasks and more. And oftentimes when you have CP, it's not a question of getting the right device aid. It's a question of finding out what works best for you. And oftentimes you can find things around your house, or you can go and buy objects to help make your life a little easier when it comes to doing daily tasks. For example, I have a pair of barbecue tongs that I use for picking up things when I drop them on the floor, because I find that the conventional reachers that they have out there on the market don't work properly, and these barbecue tongs actually work better. I also have a way in which I get dressed in the morning, which helps me to be able to do it independently. Oftentimes it takes a long time, however, for people with CP to get dressed in, and they may need some assistance with this if there is no other way around doing this. Also, like for cooking, for example, I don't use the stove top because my hands are jittery and I find it difficult to stand up for a long period of time, like I said in my first video in this series. So, if I want to cook, I need someone to take the baking dish out of the oven for me, just because it's really heavy and it's difficult for me to hold on to things that are heavy and carry them any great distance. Also, when it comes to turning on the stove, I sort of found a way to do that. I position my chair in front of the stove and take my foot plates out and stand up, and then just lean and turn the knob to the temperature that I need. However, it is very difficult to do this when the stove is hot, and it's very difficult to turn off the stove for that reason. And so I do not turn off the stove, even though often I will turn it on. I do not turn it off because it is just simply too dangerous, and I am not willing to take the chance of burning myself. Also, it's helpful for people with CP or anybody really, but for people with CP, it's difficult to do dishes. So, well, any disability can really be difficult to do dishes. So one of the things that's really important is that if you can, you have a dishwasher in your house. It helps a lot, and you will be grateful for it. Also, I wanted to try to talk a little bit about the spasticity level of my CP. Okay, so as you know, I take amitriptyline for spasticity issues. That helps a lot with the spasticity in my back. However, as time goes on, it's not really helping with the spasticity level in my legs. Because it works so well for my back, I don't want to discontinue to use it, and so I'm using that for my back, and for my legs. I often have pain in the nighttime in my legs, and I find that heat helps tremendously with that. And for this reason, I have a heated mattress pad on my bed that helps really reduce the spasticity. I find that the cold kind of annoys the spasticity and makes it worse. So the heated mattress pad, sometimes I even use it in the summer, and it just stays there on the bed, and I just plug it in when I need it and turn it on. There's so much I want to say, and there's no way these videos are ever going to be long enough to say everything in one video. So oftentimes I may come out with a video like 3 or 4 days after I did one, but oftentimes I will come out with a video like the next day or a couple or 2 days after doing one, just because I often want to keep things fresh in my mind as I talk about different issues, and I want to make sure that the videos flow together nicely. Anyway, everyone, like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.